Thank you, ARMY, for always faithfully waiting for every small moment and every big surprise from Jungkook. Your endless support through likes, comments, and subscriptions is the reason these stories continue to live and feel so close. Don't forget to hit like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you won't miss the latest news filled with surprises and emotions. Have you ever wondered what really happened when Jungkook suddenly paused for a moment, right at the most crucial seconds before going live? A brief moment in the kitchen, which at first looked completely ordinary, suddenly turned into a hot topic that made ARMY hold their breath. What made Jungkook stop, look away, and seem lost in his own thoughts? Was it just a coincidence? Or was there something deeper hidden behind that expression? As time was running out and the live broadcast was only seconds away, the atmosphere in the kitchen, usually calm, suddenly felt different. Jungkook, who seemed to be rushing to prepare a drink, moved quickly yet casually, then suddenly slowed down. His gaze changed, as if something had distracted him. The camera was still on, capturing that moment clearly, leaving everyone who saw it full of questions. What was he really feeling at that moment? Why, at the busiest time, did he choose to pause? Small clues began to appear through his body language. A hand that slightly trembled, a deeper breath than usual, and a facial expression that shifted from cheerful to serious in just a split second. Jungkook is not someone who easily shows uneasiness, which is exactly why this moment felt so different. ARMY began to speculate, did something unexpected happen in the kitchen? Or was this a reflection of the pressure he has been quietly carrying? What made this moment even more emotional was the honesty that felt so real. There was no script, no acting, just Jungkook being himself in the simplest space, right before he returned to showing his warm smile to millions of fans. The kitchen, usually a place of comfort, suddenly became a silent witness to a pause filled with meaning. A pause that made many realize that behind the dazzling stage lights and constant spotlight, Jungkook is still human, with deep emotions of his own. The surprise came when Jungkook finally gave a faint smile, as if realizing he was being watched. It wasn't a stage smile, but a soft, genuine one that made ARMY's hearts feel warm and emotional at the same time. Was that smile a sign of calm after a heavy thought? Or was it Jungkook's way of soothing himself before greeting his fans again? The emotional drama grew even stronger when the live broadcast truly began. On the surface, nothing seemed to change. But those who paid close attention knew something had just happened. Jungkook's voice sounded softer, deeper, as if carrying the feelings he had just experienced in the kitchen. That brief moment now felt like the opening of a bigger story about pressure, dedication, and boundless love for ARMY. What makes this story feel so fresh and new is its simplicity. There was no major incident, no chaos, just one quiet moment that spoke louder than words. Jungkook reminded everyone that even in the middle of a busy schedule and constant demands, there is space to pause, take a breath, and return with a stronger heart. Is this a sign that Jungkook is preparing something bigger? Or simply an honest reflection of emotions he couldn't hide? These questions continue to echo in ARMY's minds, turning that kitchen moment before the live btsBts into a small yet meaningful piece of Jungkook's long journey. One thing is certain, this brief incident has created an even stronger emotional bond between Jungkook and ARMY. From a simple kitchen to a live screen lighting up, Jungkook showed that every second, no matter how small, has a story. And perhaps it is in these unexpected moments that we can see the most honest side of the Jungkook we all love. And yet, the story does not end there. After the live continued smoothly, many ARMY began to re-watch that short kitchen moment again and again. as if searching for hidden meanings behind every movement and every pause. Why did that silence feel so loud? Why did a simple preparation before going live leave such a deep emotional trace? The more it was replayed, the clearer it became that this was not just a random moment, but a reflection of something quietly powerful. Some fans felt that Jungkook was gathering his emotions, centering himself before stepping once again into the role that millions depend on him for. Others believed that the pause was a reminder of how much weight he carries, even when he smiles so effortlessly. The kitchen, a space far from the stage and the spotlight, became a place where Jungkook allowed himself a brief moment of honesty, unguarded and real. That is what made it resonate so deeply. What surprised many was how relatable that moment felt. Who hasn't paused for a second before something important, feeling the pressure, the expectations, and the desire to do well all collide at once? In that silence, Jungkook didn't look like a global star. He looked like someone just like everyone else, taking a breath before moving forward. And that is where the emotional connection grew even stronger. As the live progressed, Jungkook's warmth returned, filling the screen with his familiar laughter and gentle energy. Yet for ARMY, something had shifted. That brief moment in the kitchen added a new layer to everything he said and did afterward. Every smile felt more meaningful. Every word felt more sincere, as if fans had witnessed a hidden chapter, just moments before the story officially began. This is why that short pause became unforgettable. It wasn't dramatic in the traditional sense, but it carried a quiet intensity that lingered long after the live ended. It reminded ARMY that even the smallest, most ordinary moments can hold deep emotions when they come from the heart. Jungkook didn't need to explain anything. The silence spoke for him. In the end, perhaps that is the true surprise. Not an accident, not an incident, but a human moment that slipped through just before the live button was pressed. A moment that showed vulnerability, strength, and sincerity all at once. And maybe that's why ARMY can't stop talking about it, because it felt real, honest, and deeply personal. As fans continue to discuss and revisit that scene, one question remains lingering in the air. Was that pause simply a breath before going live? Or a quiet message that Jungkook, even in silence, is always communicating with ARMY? Whatever the answer may be, one thing is certain. That brief moment in the kitchen has now become part of a story that ARMY will remember for a long time to come.